No place is as toxic as the comment section. It is the most annoying organisms in existence and the biggest dickheads that somehow survive birth control. Today we'll take a look at more examples of these. But before we do that, like, subscribe. And the award for the most unoriginal slop goes to... Listen, at first these types of jokes were alright, you know, they got me chuckling at times. But these comments are like that one friend that just does not shut the fuck up about the same joke and then straight up ruins it. Now in every post where there's some type of event happening, there's at least one of these comments. Like for example when two countries are having a small little disagreement, right? Some absolute anti-brainer is guaranteed to reply with bullshit like World War III before GTA 6. Or when someone gets a one-way ticket into the afterlife in the worst way imaginable, we'll have another buffoon coming in with another GTA 6 joke. And I thought that this cheap-ass joke would get demolished when the game released in May 2026. But this goddamn company Rockstar decided to delay the shit again, going from May to fucking November, giving more life to these types of replies. At this point they're doing this on purpose, having their minions over here spreading their words and shit. Because you need to realize that this shit is like free advertisement to them. People are going around spreading the word of GTA 6 and now we have literal tribes in the most rural parts of Africa knowing about it. I can guarantee you that they are also tired of hearing the same joke over and over again. I'm already dreading the day that the game finally gets released and the meme evolving into GTA 7 jokes.
Spare likes, sir.
That's exactly what they sound like to me. No, I'm not donating shit to you. Develop yourself some real sense of humor, dickhead. And before some nerd pulls out with an actually, yes, I'm aware I am not a comedic genius, but you cannot compare me to these. Too bad not everyone agrees with me, as I see more than enough of these comments kicking ass, ending up on top way too many times. These fucking hobos are annoying, don't get me wrong, but even worse are those fetuses that are actually liking this shit. They're probably one of those cum stains thinking that yo mama jokes are still the shit or whatever. The degenerates behind these are probably the most unoriginal organisms on the planet, because they also use different formulas like, if you like this comment, I'll do one push-up, gaining like 12,000 likes in the process. These fat fucks can't even do one push-up without ripping up their chest. I like to see them breaking the world record with a Baymax build. I'm gonna repeat my question again. Why do these infants care so much about likes on their comments? Are they getting money out of it? The only shit they're getting out of it is getting scolded by their mother for being chronically online. These are probably the most useless comments in existence. So you've just finished watching a video and want some intellectual replies in the comment section. You open that shit and instead of your wish being granted, you're seeing a quote of the video. And the most insane amount of emojis imaginable. And the people that are dropping this type of shit are acting as if they're guiding a blind person. Brother, we all are born with two eyes and all can see whatever the fuck is happening in the video. We don't need you to hold our hand while laughing maniacally next to us. It's not even that they're giving their opinion on it. A simple, oh my god, haha, so funny, would have done more than enough. But instead we're seeing 50 paragraphs of laughing emojis. You can click on view more and this shit just keeps going on. Like, brother, it cannot be that funny. Also, go get a job. How do you even have time to sit there clicking on the same emoji for hours? To be fair, the people sending this probably just recently crowd out their mother's fish market. So a job is out the question. But hey, at least they're giving us their mom's face reveal because I always see this middle-aged motherfucker on the profile pictures. For the love of God, monitor what your kids are doing online. So you've just placed this genius-ass comment that's guaranteed to make people spit their drinks, right? Days later you check on it and then see that it's got like 40 likes or something. Alright, cool, pretty nice or whatever. But then when you scroll to the top, you see the same thing again. And it's not even your comment. This dickhead took everything word for word and ended up getting like 1,000 likes out of plagiarism. And then when you're looking at the profile picture, lo and behold, titties. You're telling me this bitch took away my shine? Okay, so, not exactly. What these nutcases are doing is that these fucking robots are hyping themselves up. aka giving themselves some insane amount of likes and all that while shitting on your forehead and then dislike bombing the fuck out of you, causing your reply to bite the curb while stealing all the prestige you would get. Not really, because again, comments are useless. Okay, so what I just described happened to me. When Joe over here made a react video on my video, I decided to reply with a quick thank you and shit, right? But hours later, I see a clanker over here playing messenger for me. Like, I can talk for myself. I don't need your gaping asshole over here ruining my moment. Oh, and as for my original comments, it got banished into the Shadow Realm, getting so many dislikes that it dropped down a few places. I think the issue now has been fixed, but I'm not sure because I don't really care enough to check. These basement dwellers have mastered the art of rage bait. Their eyes are alert as hell when scrolling because they're hyper-analyzing the surroundings until they find their first victim, and then the rest is history. I can confidently say when we are at home, we don't want to be lectured on our language. Like, leave that shit when we are rotting away at school. But you know, these fucking nerds over here cannot comprehend this alien concept because they're out here trembling violently once they see one small, insignificant error. Especially with the words there and they are. But the funny thing is, I have seen a few fucking nutjobs trying to correct someone for using the correct form. How can one take one L for being a fucking menace and another one for being an absolute clown? One moment when I actually want to shove a cactus down their throat is when somebody has a pretty good question, right? One that I have as well, you know? And I look at the replies and instead of an actual answer, we have a dickhead over here correcting a spelling error. One other moment that makes me want to eat somebody's grandchild is when a person is losing an argument, you know? And because of that, they're hunting for spelling errors, using that shit as some type of Uno reverse card every time. You cannot checkmate these types of people. Even after demolishing them, they'll still remind you of the time that you accidentally typed in idwat instead of idiot. For the people that do this, how is your impulse control so ass? You're over here harassing somebody for the smallest of errors. Alright, so all of these entries were recommended by you guys, by the first part of the video. There are also a few that I didn't add in because I didn't have much to say about them, or because I completely disagreed. Here are a few. The dead internet theory. Listen, this comment has been used to death, but I don't really care, right? I find it funny at times. Like, for example, when an infant is having a stroke on the internet, typing out shit as if they smash out on the keyboard. That's where I understand when somebody is commenting that type of shit. But now I see people jumping somebody for having a different opinion, calling them an NPC, and saying that they are proof of the dead internet theory. Like, this is literally that one Spider-Man meme where two NPCs are just pointing at each other, calling each other NPCs and shit, even though we know damn well that both are programmed. The like if you agree comments. These are the type of comments where they come in with the most generic take in existence, and then they say, like if you agree, with a finger pointing downwards. These are the same fucking numbskulls that claim they have a hot take or whatever, but then come in with something like, water belongs in the ocean, or some shit. Like, shut the fuck! The chick and the X format. This is the one that I kind of disagree with, because at times I do find it funny, at times I do laugh at that type of shit. But I do have to admit that there are kids out there that have ruined these types of stuff, like kids usually do. But, you know, that's about it. But anyway, that's it for today. Will there be a part 3? Probably, but not within a month or two. So if I've missed anything, drop them down in the comments and they might be included in the next part. Alright, I'll see you all on the next one.